वेलकम बैक टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल। उम्मीद करता हूँ आप लोग खैरियत से होंगे। आज की इस वीडियो के अंदर हम बात करेंगे कि बिटकॉइन क्या और ये किस तरह से काम करता है। व्हाट इज़ बिटकॉइन एंड हाउ डज इट वर्क। बिटकॉइन इज़ अ डिजिटल करेंसी which operates free of any central control or the oversight of banks or governments. Instead, it relies on peer-to-peer software and cryptography. A public ledger records all Bitcoin transactions, and copies are held on servers known as a node, and consensus on who owns which coins is reached cryptographically across these nodes rather than relying on a central source of trust like a bank. Every transaction is publicly broadcast to the network and shared from node to node. Every 10 minutes or so, these transactions are collected together by miners into a group called a block and added permanently to the blockchain. This is definitive account book of Bitcoin in much the same way you would keep traditional coins in a physical wallet. Virtual currencies are held in digital wallets and can be accessed from clients, software or a range of online and hardware tools. Can Bitcoin be converted to cash? हम यह बात कर लेते हैं। तो Bitcoin can be exchanged for cash just like any asset. There are numerous cryptocurrency exchanges online where people can do this, but transactions can also be carried out in person or over any communications platform, allowing even small business to accept Bitcoin. There is no official mechanism built into Bitcoin to convert into another currency. Nothing inherently valuable underpins the Bitcoin's network, but this is true for many of the world's most stable national currencies since leaving the gold standard, such as the US dollar and UK pound. What is purpose of Bitcoin? Bitcoin was created as a way for people to send money over the internet. The digital currency was intended to provide an alternative payment system that would operate free of central control but otherwise be used just like traditional currencies. Are Bitcoin safe? The cryptography behind Bitcoin is based on the SHA-256 algorithm designed by the US National Security Agency. Cracking this is, for all intent and purposes, impossible as there are more possible private keys that would have to be tested. Then there are atoms in the universe, estimated to somewhere between 1078 to 1082. There have been several high-profile cases of Bitcoin exchanges being hacked and funds being stolen, but these services invariably stored the digital currency on behalf of customers. What was hacked in these cases was the website and not the Bitcoin network. In theory, if an attacker could control more than half of all Bitcoin nodes in existence, then they could create a consensus that they own all Bitcoin and empt that into the blockchain. But as the number of nodes grows, this becomes less practical. A realistic problem is that Bitcoin operates without any central authority. Because of this, anyone making an error with a transaction on their wallet has no recourse. If you accidentally send bitcoins to the wrong person or lose your password, there is nobody to turn to. Of course, the eventual arrival of practical quantum computing could break it all. Much cryptography relies on mathematical calculations that are extremely hard for current computers to do, but quantum computers work very differently and may be able to execute them in a fraction of a second. What is Bitcoin mining? Mining is a process that maintains the Bitcoin network and also how new coins are brought into existence. All transactions are publicly broadcast on the network, and miners bundle large collections of transactions together into blocks by completing a cryptographic calculation that's extremely hard to generate but very easy to verify. The first miner to solve the next block broadcast is to the network, and if problem proven correct is added to blockchain. That miner is then rewarded with an amount of newly created Bitcoin. तो बिटकॉइन क्या और किस तरह से ये काम करता है ये हमने देखा आज की इस वीडियो के अंदर। तो अगर वीडियो पसंद आई तो वीडियो को लाइक करें। मिलेंगे नेक्स्ट वीडियो के अंदर। हमें इजाज़त दीजिए, अपना ख्याल रखिएगा। टेक केयर।